Hey, what's up, guys? Back on the Fire Sports Pod. How you guys doing today? What a great day it is outside. Go outside, do something productive. But let's get right to our show for you today. As you guys can see, sadly, I do not have my special guest today. Everybody is gone on vacation, so I still can do this by myself. But as you guys can see, we got the banner finally. Hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about our new banner. But let's get right to the show. So we got a busy show for you today. We got about 4 segments that we're going to do on this show today. One is going to be the Yankees. Finally. I mean, it's only been 2 games, and we did play one of the worst teams in the major leagues. Actually, the worst team in the major leagues, in the Oakland A's. But it's still in the right direction. We beat them. We lost 2-1 first game of the series. That was a bummer because our pitching played really good. Our just offense could not get anything going except for a solo Donaldson home run. That was the only offense we could get out of that game. But we came into the next game, and it was Herman. And I know on my TikTok on the Fire Sports Pod, I told you guys that we were going to lose. I did a little bit of reverse psychology, and what happened was Herman decided to listen and finally hear me and hear everybody else that was calling for his head, because I've been wanting for them to let him go and cut him straight. Because I think that he doesn't deserve to be a Yankee, and he's just been horrible. You lose 15-5 to the Boston Red Sox, give up 7 runs in 1.2 innings. You go into the next game against the Mariners, and you give up 10 straight runs. We lose that game 10-2, and you only last 3 innings. So that was pretty bad. So basically, 2 nights ago he was playing for his spot in the rotation, and he delivered. Man delivered a complete game for the first time since 2012. That pitcher, I believe, was Hernandez. I believe he was on the Marlins. I'm not so sure about that one. But I know it's been at least 11 to 12 years since that has happened. And Herman has been the first to do it in 12 years. And it is the 4th Yankee pitcher to ever pitch a complete game. So he made history. But not only him, Kyle Gashioka made history. He's been a part of 2 complete games in his career of catching, so that was pretty crazy. But it all falls on the catcher. The catcher is the main person that really helps the pitcher out, keeps him calm, keeps him composed, especially in that last 2 innings. Herman looked like he was rushing, especially in that last inning. He wanted to get those outs, and you saw like the 3-pitch count was going up. It was a 3-2, 2-3 count. And you saw the pitch count the pitching count got up a little bit more than was in the before innings. But he was shutting people down. I think he only had 3 or 4 times that he'd been over the 3-pitch count, which was that's pretty remarkable to do. No walks, no hits, no runs. We beat the Oakland A's at home 11-0. At Oakland 11-0. So that was a great win for us. But again, it is not a crazy one we got to go crazy about. I mean, we go crazy about the history making, but the win itself really doesn't surprise me. That's what we should do to that type of team. 11-0, that should be it. That's how these games should go. Oakland is too worse of a team to ever even have a chance to be in our ballpark or even close to us, because they are not even in the same vicinity. I believe they are 21-62, and we are like 45-36. So like we are a much better team than they are. And what the problem is that we play well and then we have regression. So we just beat Oakland A's in the finale of the series last night 10-4. Brito played. Schmidt pitched really good. He only gave up 2. I believe he only gave up 3 runs. Our bullpen only gave up 1. He pitched through 5 innings, and our offense came to help him. 10 runs. We only gave up 4. That's a great win for the Yankees, again versus a horrible team. Now we're versing the Cardinals tonight. Luis Severino's pitching. I will get to you more on that game on my TikTok on Fire Sports Pod shortly after my show for you today. We're gonna talk about that. But to bank off the Yankees, I really think that that's a first step of many steps in the right direction. our next step is trying to get Judge back on the roster and hitting for the Yankees because we really miss him. Now, the last 2 games didn't really seem like we missed him because we combined for 21 runs. But again, we are versing the worst team in baseball. So let's just get that straight. Yeah, we made history. We had a couple good games, but we are versing the worst team in the MLB. So we have to hit a reset button. Okay, we beat this team. We're supposed to beat this team. This is what we're supposed to do to these type of teams. This is Yankee baseball. Let's keep going. So now we'll see against the Cardinals tonight and see if Luis Severino can back up what Herman Schmidt has done over the last 2 games and see if he can do give us a good outing. But I'll have more for you on that, like I said, on the Fire Sports Pod on our TikTok later today after the show. But let's get to good news with Aaron Judge. I know I said on my TikTok yesterday, but good news with Aaron Judge. He did his first activity with the baseball, playing catch a little bit in the outfield. Not something big, but it's big at the same time because he's doing some baseball activity for the first time since June 3rd when he got injured by running through the Dodgers fence. And to be honest, that is it's not funny, but it's kind of hilarious because that door has never been opened ever. So him to break the lock, that's crazy. But that's good news with Aaron Judge. Now, how would I think right now? We're almost at the All-Star break. They also did nominate Judge as one of the starters for the All-Star game, which is good. Knock to him. Hats off for him. Hopefully he's back and ready to roll so he can play through the All-Star All-Star game, and then after the break he can keep playing and keep doing what he's doing. But I believe that the Yankees will be in the running for the top 3 spots of the American League. I think we're not touching Tampa unless they go on a tremendously terrible losing streak. Baltimore is the only person I think we can touch. Everybody else in the American League, I think we're better than. I think it's Tampa, Baltimore. Oh, Texas. Got to remember Texas. So I think it's Tampa, Texas, and Baltimore. I think we can catch both Texas and Baltimore. I don't think we'll have a problem with them. Tampa, we can beat, but the problem is their record is so much better than ours. We're 11 to 12 games behind them. 10 to 12 games behind them. So we got a lot of ground to cover, and we need them to lose. That's the problem. And they're not losing. So, other than that, guys, I think the Yankees are on a good trend. Hopefully they back it up tonight against the Cardinals. And I'll talk to you guys more about that later tomorrow, about what happened tonight versus the Yankees and the Cardinals. But let's go to our second segment we have for you today on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we do here is fire. You guys know the drill. So number 2 is let's talk about the NHL draft overview in the first round and what are my thoughts on it. So we got a couple people. I'm only going to go over maybe the top 5, top 10 of the first round. But as a surprise, Chicago Blackhawks had number 1. They sucked this year. So they got Connor Bernard, center. He's a really good scorer. He's the best prospect out there. So that's a good pickup for Chicago Blackhawks. But at the same time, is he going to be a great player and just on a horrible team, or is he going to be, because he's on a bad team, don't get the running and also don't get the outing that he should have. Don't get the stats that he should have. If he was on a better team, he might get those. So we'll see how it plans out. I think he's a great player. I think he's going to do well. I just hope that he doesn't be the type of person that's a great player on a horrible team, or because he's on a bad team, regress and become basically a bust. For number 2, the Anaheim Ducks picked Leo Carlson. He's another good one. He's 6'2", 194, so he's not big, but he had 25 points, 10 goals, 15 assists, 7 power play goals in 44 games in the Swedish Hockey League. So, I mean, those stats just show you that he's a pretty good player. He went number 2. I mean, no one could argue with Connor Bernard going number 1, but this guy was right behind him. This guy's pretty good. But Anaheim Ducks are another team that sucked last year, so we'll see what happens with him. I don't know how good he's going to be with the Anaheim Ducks, but we'll see. The Blue Jackets are another team that sucked last year. They got Adam Fatil from Michigan. He's 6'2", 195, won the Hobie Baker Award on the top men's player in NCAA ice hockey this season. He's an 18-year-old freshman, led NCAA players with 65 points and was tied for first with 30 goals in 36 games. 30 goals in 36 games. That's almost a goal every game. That's pretty remarkable. And he went number 3. So he's a really good player. I think he's going to do well, but again, another team that sucks during the season. So Anaheim, Blue Jackets, and the Blackhawks, all 3 of those teams suck. So we'll see how good these players do on bad teams. Hopefully this is a good step in the right direction for those 3 teams, but we will see. San Jose Sharks, another team that was pretty bad. They picked William Smith. Smith was 6 foot, 180 pounds, led all players and tied a United States record held by Jack Hughes with 20 points, 9 goals, and 11 assists in 7 games to help the U.S. win the gold medal in 2023 under the 18 championship. That is crazy. He's an 18-year-old with 127 points, 51 goals, 76 assists in 60 games, including 40 points, 16 goals, 24 assists in 22 games. That's another remarkable stat. And he tied the record by Jack Hughes, which right now Jack Hughes is one of the best players in the NHL. One of the best, not the best. So I know some people that are Devils fans would say that Jack Hughes is the best player in the NHL. Sorry. He's one of the best, not the best. Please stop with this narrative that Jack Hughes at 21 is better than everybody else in the league. It's not happening. He's got a lot more years. Could he be? Yes. Is he now? No. The Montreal Canadiens, they picked David Reinbecker. Reinbecker was 6'2", 194, had 22 points, 3 goals, 19 assists in 46 games in National League. So as you can see, he's not as good as the other top 4. He also had 24 points, 9 defensemen in National League history behind them. So he was second most points by under 19 defensemen in National League history behind Roman Jose, who had 24 points, 7 goals, 17 assists in 42 games in 2008-2009. So he's he's a defenseman. So he doesn't really score that much, but when he does, he kind of makes it happen. So which is a good thing. Number 6, the Arizona Coyotes, another team that really wasn't that good. Dmitry Samozhev. I cannot pronounce that name. God Lord. Well, he is a 6'4", 198 pounds, made in Continental Hockey League debut this season with 7 shots on goal and an average ice time of 6:55 in 18 games. The 18-year-old left-handed shot also had 10 points, 1 goal, 9 assists in 29 games. So he's not crazy good, but he's something. Like he's probably one of those guys that's gonna work to get to where he wants to be in the higher ranks in the NHL. The Philadelphia Flyers, Matif Makov, he is 5'10". This guy's really short. 5'10", 172. Began his season with no points and only 3 minutes and 11 seconds of ice time for Saga State Petersburg. But his season changed when he was loaned to Sochi, where he had 20 points, 9 goals, 11 assists, and averaged 15 and 51 of ice time in 27 games. So it's pretty good for an 18-year-old. That's nuts. These guys are really, really good. But another team that was pretty bad, Washington Capitals. So this team has its veterans and stuff like that, but they just can't get everything going. So hopefully with a young guy like Ryan Leonard, 6 foot 190, has a high complete level, grittiness, and willingness to stir the pot when his team needs a spark. 18-year-old had 94 points, 51 goals, 43 assists in 57 games, including 33 points, 16 goals, 17 assists, and 22 games against the NCAA competition. Pretty good stats. Actually really good for an 18-year-old that's only 6 foot 190. At number 9, Detroit Red Wings, another team that was this year. Nate Donaldson. He's 6 foot 186, made of one of the most significant jumps in Central Scouting's final rankings From number 13 on the midterm list, the 18-year-old led Brandon in goals, 33, assists 45, points 78, power play goals 13, shorthanded goals 3, and tied for the lead in game-winning goals 5 in 68 games. That's remarkable, and he's going number 9. So that's telling you something. There's a lot of good competition in this draft. At number 10, which is the last on our list for today, for going over the NHL draft, only going top 10, St. Louis Blues, Delbert Dvorsky. He's 6'1", 200 pounds. Is a great with the puck on his stick and can attack in several different ways. Has good hands and is skilled at protecting the puck. The 18-year-old was third among under 19 players in Sweden's second division with 14.6 goals, 8 assists in 38 games. Also had 21 points, 10 goals, and 11 assists in 10 games in the Sweden Junior League. So pretty good. But we'll see. For these top 10 prospects, guys, other than Connor Bedard, really everyone's thinking that all these other ones are people that are going to just have to work their way to where they want to be. I mean, the top 3, between top 3 and top 4 are really good. The first one is remarkable. He's going to be really good. It's just hoping that he pans out the way everyone thinks he's going to, and everybody else in the top 10 are the same way. So we'll see. All these top 10 teams, they were pretty bad this year. So we'll see how most of them were. A couple of them were but we'll see how well the new prospects do in the upcoming season, because it's all about work ethic, willingness to win, and wanting the team, putting the team first. That's what matters. But we'll see. So our third segment for today's show on the Fire Sports Pod is the NBA free agency, where the players will go and how they will fit in their different spots. So we're only going to go over a couple. I know there's a lot more, but we're going to go over the top really 5 or 6 that are really known. Kyrie Irving, Dallas point guard. I think Kyrie, to be honest, guys, I'm a Lakers fan. It would be cool to see Kyrie and LeBron back together, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Kyrie's going to re-sign with Dallas. I just take too much of this banter back and forth. It's not going to happen. I would be surprised if he goes anywhere other than Dallas. I think the Lakers is a stretch. We want to sign Reeves. We want to sign Rui Hachimura. We might sign Dennis Schroeder again. They got news that Dennis Schroeder basically just says he wants to win. He doesn't care about anything else. Hopefully the second stint with the Lakers showed that I can be on this team and I can contribute. So we'll see what happens with that with the Lakers. I'll get to you guys with the Lakers on my next show, which will be next week, either on Friday or Saturday on the Fire Sports Pod. I'll get to you on that. Let's see what happens in the next week with free agency. But I think Kyrie's staying in Dallas. I think they're going to run it back between Luka and Kyrie for a full season. And I think that it's going to pan out pretty well. I don't think Dallas is going anywhere. I think they're going to stay in the playoffs, but they're going to get bounced. I don't think they're going to do as bad as they were this year, but I don't think they're going to be like they were 2 years ago, where they were in the Western Conference Finals. I don't think so. But then again, I could be wrong. You got Luka, you got Kyrie. Kyrie is ball dominant. Luka is also ball dominant. So you never know with them. So we'll see if they can both contribute. Luka's starting to become like a crybaby. I'm serious. Where he cries for every foul, and it's looking like he can't play with a second superstar because he wants the ball. So we'll see. Fred VanVleet from Toronto. Ooh, that's a point guard. I don't know, man. Fred VanVleet. What do you guys think? You guys let me know in the comment section when Fred VanVleet should go. To be honest, I wouldn't mind him in a Lakers uniform. That would be pretty sick. But if we lose D'Angelo Russell, that might be a pickup for us. That would be something to see. We did let go of Mo Bamba, and I think we're letting go of Malik Beasley, I believe, too. So we will see what happens. But I believe Fred VanVleet is a good target for point guard, especially when we need one. If we lose D'Angelo Russell, which I think we need to move on, that's our next one we're going to do, or 2 more. And then we're going to do D'Angelo Russell. But I think Fred VanVleet would be a nice pickup for the Lakers. Solidify that point guard. Fred VanVleet, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, LeBron, and AD. So I don't think that's a bad thing. Or LeBron's the 3, Reeves the 4, AD's the 5. I don't think that's a bad pickup, but we will see. If we keep Dennis Schroeder, he'll be the point guard coming off the bench, so it might work out pretty well. Now, Miles Bridges, I'm sorry, I used to love Miles Bridges, but ever since got accused of assaulting his wife or his girlfriend, I've lost every respect for that dude. I don't care if the lady was saying whatever. Those pictures looked real, and I have no respect for that guy. So I'm sorry, Charlotte fans who are listening and who are watching. I don't know where the hell this guy's gonna go. I don't think he's gonna get any job anywhere. I don't think teams are gonna want him. I don't know. The NBA, these leagues are crazy. They'll take people that do drugs, do this, do that, and be all fine and dandy with everybody. So we will see where Miles Bridges goes, but don't be surprised if you don't hear his name soon and he's just sitting on his couch for his rest of his career, because I don't think he's gonna get a job anywhere. But I could be wrong. We will see what happens. That's a difficult case to look at. But D'Angelo Russell, Los Angeles Lakers, I think he's going. The way he played in the Denver series, every series he regressed. Went from playing great against Memphis to regressing against Golden State, playing well against Golden State. Then Denver, he was just nowhere to be found. Couldn't score the basket, couldn't pass the ball, turning the ball over left and right. He got benched. Like, that's just telling you, that guy's a known player. He's a person that's been in our league for a while. He can score on ease, and he's just so smooth. He just was non-existent. He did not show up, and we needed that third person to help us out against that Denver series. If D'Angelo Russell was playing the way he played in the Memphis and the Golden State series, we win that series. Tell me. Hands down, Lakers win the series, and we're in the NBA Finals. And versus Miami, Lakers winning it. But didn't happen. It is what it is. We can say all we want, but it didn't happen. So let's go on to our last guy, which is Chris Middleton. He declined his option with Milwaukee. To be honest, I think he's smart, because Milwaukee's not changing. They're doing the same thing every year, and they still cannot get over the hump. So to be honest, they won that one championship. Now he's going. A good pickup. I don't know. If the Clippers lose Paul George, that would be something. Chris Middleton going there, basically another Paul George, can shoot the ball, get to the basket, dribble. He's a great scorer. He's an all-star. That would be a good fit. We could also see him maybe in maybe Brooklyn. I don't know. That could be something. Toronto's another one. Miami needs a scorer. That could be something as well. There would be Jimmy Butler, Chris Middleton, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, and Kyle Lowry. Bam, Tyler Hero, Chris Middleton, Jimmy Butler. That's a pretty good starting 5. So I don't really know where Chris Middleton's going. He's a funny person, but I would say the Heat, maybe Brooklyn, and I would say the Clippers. Good spot for him. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for the top 5 or 6 NBA players on the free agency market that I just talked about. That's what I'm thinking. That's where these people are going to go. I don't know how it's going to go. I know Fred VanVleet on the Lakers will be pretty well. I think that will work out well. Kyrie Irving in Dallas, that's depending if Kyrie's even available and is going to play. Miles Bridges, like I said, I don't care for that guy. He can rot in his house for all I care. He doesn't deserve to be on an NBA court after doing what he did to his girlfriend or wife, whatever it is. D'Angelo Russell, I think he needs to go. I think he would be better suited not with the Lakers. I think he would go better with a team like, maybe he puts a stint back to Brooklyn. Like, who knows? Brooklyn's a good option. Maybe go to Toronto. Maybe a swap like that. Fred VanVleet, D'Angelo Russell, that would be something. And Chris Middleton, I think, would be best fit on the Clippers, because you have that tandem of Kawhi, Chris Middleton, Russell Westbrook. That's a good 3. You lose Paul George, but you gain basically not Paul George, but something close to it. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for the NBA free agency. Let's get to our final segment of today's show on the Fire Sports Pod. I think you're going to like this. So we're going to talk about some issues that sports have right now. So as you guys know, have it's a question for you guys. Everybody in the comment section, give me a question. Give me an answer to this question. Have the All-Star games outlived their usefulness? Meaning that the basketball, the basketball, the baseball, all the All-Star games, all the Pro Bowl, all these plays. Like, you even seen football. They changed the Pro Bowl game because it was boring. They changed it into the skills thing, flag football thing. I think that's even more stupid, but that's just me. Baseball, I think the baseball's the best one. They actually compete. The home run derby's nice. I like that. Basketball, man, it's like boring. It's 170 to 170. It's a massive scoring game that's not really realistic in today's. It could be, but we've only gone to 160. I believe once or twice, and that was in like double and triple overtime. So I don't understand the logic of having score go all the way up there, and basically making it unfair. Like, one team could be stacked, the other team could not be stacked. One team could have all veterans and people that are in their prime or out of their prime but know the game. The other people could have all rookies and second and third year players, and the veterans will just dominate or something like that. I think what has to happen is they got to relive the dunk contest. I think Mac McClung literally saved the dunk contest, because if it wasn't for him, it would have been 3 straight years that the dunk contest has been terrible. So I'm happy that he went out there, showed his worth. And he's a small player, like not to like be a terrible person, but he's a really small player, and he dunked the ball like no tomorrow. Like, that was insane. So I think he saved the dunk contest. The 3-point contest is cool. I like that. I just think we need to have a lot more of like, I want Steph back in there. I want Clay back in there. I want all the top shooters. Dame. All the top shooters in the NBA should go for the 3-point contest. Forget these rookies and all these people. All the top 3. Trae Young, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, James Harden. I mean, all the top 3-point specialists in the league should go out for the 3-point contest. Forget all these rookies and whatever. Dunk contest. Bring back Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon. Freaking give me Donovan Mitchell. All the people that won the Slam Dunk Championship, the real people that won it, bring them back and have a contest like that, instead of having rookies, people from the G League, and all this bull crap that basically no one wants to watch. Like, have Ja Morant in there, Zion. I know they say no, but like, if they actually did it, you know how many views and likes and everything that they would have, it would be something crazy. But other than that, guys, that's what I think the NBA's got to do, Adam Silver's got to do, and make the All-Star weekend a little bit more exciting. The All-Star game, they just got to be more, they got to play. They got to actually play. Like, you got to have a little, like, NBA basketball's supposed to be fun. I'm not saying to take the fun away, but like, it's like they're all like just jogging, chucking dunks, and doing some crazy footwear that they'll never do in the game, and just chuck up a shot, make it, whatever. It's just not fun to watch. It's fun to see the players go off, but it's not really fun basketball-wise to watch a game. Like, I love to watch basketball. Used to love to watch it. Now it's like, okay, 175 to 140 something. Like, it's ridiculous. But our last story for today is how are the NCAA rules on paying college athletes working out? I think there's 2 sides to this story. I think it's working out for good reason and not working out at the same time. I think it's working out and not working out. I think you're giving kids more opportunity to play sports and basically put themselves out there, get money, doing all this stuff, basically showing like an entrepreneur type stuff by putting their merchandise, putting their product, getting signed by a deal. But at the same time, you're enabling these kids to think that they are all about sports, it's all about money and whatever, and forgetting the fun aspect of the game and caring about what you're doing, not just caring about the money, caring about your teammates, caring about this. For example, Mikey Williams had all the money in the world, but he decided to go through this stuff, and I don't even know if he did it or not, but he's dealing with it now. And whatever, Ja Morant's the same thing. He's in the NBA. He looked on Instagram Live to having a gun, And what happened was now he's suspended. Like all these young guys that are coming into the league, at the same time it's good, but at the same time it's bad because you're showing weakness and you're showing entitlement that it's all about the money, it's all about this, and you're basically untouched. No, you're not. And that's the problem. Like one mess up and your career is done. Like that's what these kids got to understand, that one mess up and you do something wrong financially, or you do something this, or you do some dumb stuff when you're about to get recruited or going into the league, you could be done for your career. So people got to understand that it's not just you're affecting everybody else. So your actions, like John Morant's actions, everybody else in the league that are young, that other people looking up to, those actions are basing off what these people are going to do. Hopefully not, but that's how it usually is. So we will see what happens with that. But guys, other than that, that's basically my show for you today. Thank you again for tuning in on the Fire Sports Pod. I hope you guys like the banner. I mean, we worked hard on it, paid good money for it, so I'm hoping you guys like it, and I appreciate all the support. I've been handing out my business cards all over the place with the QR code on the back. So if you see me around, just hit me up. I'll give you a card, and you can get following, get liking, and subscribing. Appreciate all the support. Keep it going, and let's run this up. See you guys. Peace.